All right, we will be getting started soon. Just waiting to confirm that we are live. And there we go. Should be getting going soon. All right. And there we go. There we go. There we go. We are live. We are live. Welcome, everybody. As always, let me know if I'm sounding okay, if the music's sounding okay, how the audio balancing is. Should be good. I think we got it adjusted last time. All right, but yeah, this is one I'm pretty excited for. Togekiss is one of my favorite Pokemon. Also, I don't know if it's Togekiss or Togekiss. I like Togekiss, so I'm going to say it that way. So, yeah. Let's talk about this Pokemon. So, generally, what Togekiss does is it does Nasty Plot, Air Slash, and it can do Thunder Wave shenanigans, and it can Roost as well. So this is kind of a typical set. It does Nasty Plot variants, and its main benefit is Serene Grace. Okay, so Air Slash has a 30% chance to make the target flinch. With Serene Grace, that is bumped up to 60%. Now, it's not quite... also, someone asked about the AG stream. Probably tomorrow. I'm thinking tomorrow will be the Anything Goes stream. But yeah, so due to the 95 accuracy of Air Slash, it's not actually 60%. It's more like whatever, like 57, or I can't do the exact math in my head, but it's a little less than actually 60% to get the flinch. So. Yeah, but it's basically, it's an over 50% chance to flinch the opponent. And if you add Thunder Wave onto that, obviously that's just brutal. So yeah, that's the combination. That's what Togekiss is known for doing, is Air Slash plus Serene Grace. Basically kind of like a Jirachi sort of situation, except it's cooler. Because honestly, this is a cooler Pokemon than the Jirachi. Like, let's be real. Look how cute it is. Togekiss is great. Everybody should love it. Okay. So there's another set that's run, which is Scarf, right? That's seen as well. And this will do kind of like Air Slash, Flamethrower, Dazzling Gleam, and like Trick. Unfortunately, Togekiss, poor thing, does not get Moonblast, which is weird because they kind of gave it a lot of coverage. They gave it like a lot. Like, this thing gets Extreme Speed, give it Encore, they gave it Future Sight. Like, they hooked it up in a lot of ways, but they did not give it. It gets stored power too. That's kind of cool. Wish, yeah, they gave this thing lots of really solid moves, but they did not give it Moonblast. So the problem with these two sets, I'll explain. So let's look at the tier right now. So a lot of new additions are not good for our boy. So first of all. Also, I don't know why, when I'm scrolling today, it like gives me these like chunks. It's not smooth at all. I don't know if that's a setting or if my laptop's just being laggy, but I don't know. Anyway, though, we look at Clodsire. Obviously, that's not good news, right? Yeah, okay, it's 57%. Yeah. It's 57 exactly? Dang, I'm crazy. Crazy with the math. Quick maths. I don't think it was exactly 57. It's close to that though. Maybe it is exactly. I don't know. But yeah, so Clodsire completely shuts it down. So sweeping Togekiss, sweeping sets are shut down by, look at this, right? We got Clodsire, Diancie, right? That outspeeds us, and we can't Thunder Wave it because it has Magic Bounce. Gliscor we can get past. Goldengo is another rough one. That's a big rough one. The fact that Goldengo cannot be Thunder Waved and can hit us super effectively and resist, right? That's not good. That's bad news. Kingambit's not great, but it's not horrible. And then there's just in general like electric types. Like we got Raging Bolt. We got Zapdos. We got Tapu Koko. Right? It's not so good. It's not so good at all. So ultimately, this sweeping set for Togekiss, and then we've also got just like Ting Lu, which just can take 0 from an air slash and kind of be annoying. Not as bad as the others, so I probably wouldn't have it on the list, but that's a rough one too. And that's why we're not running a sweeping Togekiss set today. So I had a kind of an interesting idea that is, you know, not the typical way we're going to go about this. So we've seen Altaria in the past do really well with Heal Bell. So the idea I had is we can try to make Togekiss consistent by making it a Heal Bell defensive support set. So this is the idea I had, right? This still allows it. We're going to go, I'm thinking max defense, fully defensive Togekiss here, with, you know, we'll probably hit the to, you know, to outspeed Adamant and Gambit. So we'll probably go there. Oh wow, a guy named Bryson, thank you very much for the generous $10 donation, saying can't stick around for long, but good luck with the stream, and just remember, any holes in the team are patched by Spidops. Very true words. Spidops, obviously the best Pokemon ever. It's just an RU because out of respect for the love of the game, people don't use it. It would ruin every game. It's just too good. Anyway, though, back to what I was discussing with Togekiss. So the truth is, with all these really common Pokemon that just completely shut down sweeping Togekiss, it's just not good enough, right? If we look in the current tier, if we kind of, you know, filter for higher ladder performance, right, this thing is not being used very often, for starters. And then look at all, I mean, Goldengo here at over 20% usage is just completely shutting down your Togekiss. Like, it's doing nothing. And a Pokemon, and then, you know, that's not even it. Then we got 15 Mega Diancie also shuts it down pretty well. Zapdos shuts it down pretty well. So there are just so many matchups where this thing's going to do nothing if you try to sweep with it. So the idea is we turn it into a support Pokemon, right? It doesn't matter if they have a Zapdos that can switch in every time if we can use Heal Bell and we get utility out of this Togekiss. So that's kind of the idea. We're using this as a defensive Pokemon. We're using this as a switch into Mega Lopunny. We're using this as a switch into Kartana, right? We're using this as a switch into Great Tusk, Iron Valiant, not Mega Scizor, like Urshifu, Zamazenta is a big one. So we're turning this into a defensive Pokemon, but we're still maintaining its ability to T-Wave Air Slash, which I think it should still be able to do. Now that's the theory. The theory is we can kind of, you know, let it have that capability where it can still do what it got famous doing, but we primarily keep that, you know, defensive capability there and have that be its primary role, so we can actually rely on it to do something, because you cannot count. It's so inconsistent. It'd just be like a bad Pokemon we'd have to slap on an HO and it wouldn't work. So if Togekiss has a way to work, I'm convinced it is with a defensive set. Also, thank you, Bognor. Thank you, Dr. Bognor, very much for the £2, saying, have a great stream. Can't stay long, but much love. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Okay. So apparently Keldeo has a bunch of usage and highlight. Oh, are they talking about OU? Yeah, this is Natdex we're doing here. Let's see. Keldeo? Oh, no. Oh, Keldeo is like... Yeah, Keldeo is like 4.9. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe Keldeo's okay. So yeah, that's the idea. So instead, we're going to get rid of the sweeping sets or shutdown set, and we're going to go Togekiss walls. That's kind of the new list. So what can it wall, right? What can it comfortably, or let's say switches in on? And I think I'm trying to, let me check Urshifu. So let's just run some calcs here and see what this thing can switch in. I think it can deal with Urshifu decently well. All right. So let's check Urshifu. I know it can handle Lopunny. Yeah, obviously it can't take choice, but actually that's kind of doing more than I thought. How about like punching glove? Okay, that's not so good. Honestly, that's not a great calc to see. Oh, but that's Adamant. Okay, nobody's really pulling up with Adamant. Yeah, Jolly is, okay, we're mostly living that. Ogerpon, Wellspring is a good one to see. You see it's living, has like a 50% chance to live one in a critical hit. I'll show you guys Lopunny, just the calc I took from that earlier. You can see there, we're taking that. Okay, we're not loving, you know, obviously we're not loving like a triple axle, but we can survive that. And then what else? What else should we check? Great Tusk, we can live an offensive Ice Spinner just fine. Obviously a head smash won't be fun, but we will survive. We won't die in one hit. Garchomp, like unless it's Rockium, we should be able to do that pretty well too. And then the really big one is, oh wait, we should kind of list this down. Great Tusk, Zamazenta, Lopunny, Megalop. Thank you very much, Andy Warhol's Eyebrow, for the $2 donation. Much appreciated. Let's see. Anything else I missed here? I hate this scrolling. Gotta go. It's like, it's always, it's not, it's so, like, not sensitive at all. Ugh. This is irritating. Okay. Let's see. Garchomp, kind of. Iron Valiant, kind of. Not really Iron Valiant. We can't really count on it for that, can we? It's not honestly looking that great on paper. I think Togekiss is going to have to be one of those things that does better in practice than it does on paper, because it's not looking so good right now. Bognor with the £2 donation saying you can hear the pink of PTSD from using Keldeo OU. I think I tried like Specs and it was just horrible. It really was horrible. Like I mean, in all fairness, I ran into like D-Knight, Glowking, Primarina like every game. It was so rough. It was so rough. Anyway, though, let's just try building around this and see what it works out. The main benefit is Heal Bell, right? So the big thing about Heal Bell is we've had a lot of success with it in the past. You know, we've been using it on Mega Altaria, and it's really enabled a lot of cool sweepers. Right, like for instance, we used it the first time with SD Kartana, so we could get Scaldburn by Pex, we could click knockoff on Moltres and Zapdos and whatever, and not have to worry about, you know, any problems. And then we've also used it another time on a Choice Band Rillaboom, kind of same idea there, and that also went very well. Just giving us that freedom to get status, and it's in general, there's so much status in this format because, you know, everything still gets toxic here. So having Heal Bell, great resource in this metagame. And Altaria, I think, is the best Heal Beller. I think Altaria is the best Heal Beller. But what was I going to say? Yeah, Altaria, I think, is the best. Like the Natural Cure is good, but the one downside is it uses your mega slot, right? If you use an Altaria, that's your mega slot. So I think to justify using Togekiss, we have to find a Mega Evolution that really appreciates having that Heal Bell support. And there are a few Pokemon that I have in mind. So Mega Evolutions that appreciate Heal Bell. So those are going to be ideally breakers that make contact for the most part. So Lopunny is one. I think Metacham is another big one. Let's search here. Beedrill low-key, but no, we're not going to do that. Mawile. I'll put Mawile down. I don't think we're going to end up going the Mawile route, but it's possible. Yeah, we could run Boots. I don't know. I generally just like trying to have good hazard removal. There's lots of removal in this format, and I think Helmet's going to help Togekiss actually do something more often in the matchups where it's struggling. Metacham. Pinsir, it's not really a breaker, it's more of a sweeper. You need to really commit with Pinsir to really do anything major or consistent. And it's just showing me the same ones over and over again, which is weird. And then the banned ones. So it looks like it's pretty much Lopunny, Metacham. I think these are our options. Lopunny, Metacham, Mawile. Yeah, Mega Aerodactyl, not really. I mean, like, kind of, I guess. Dual Wing Beat if you get caught on the switch in like a bird, but you can also just Stone Edge the bird, so it's not a hugely great synergy. Beedrill needs it. Beedrill's gotten 2 of its own streams. Bognar saying Mawile would be fire, yeah. Or saying Metacham would be fire. Yeah, the problem is, yeah, Mawile gets chipped down way more than it gets statused. I agree. I think Lopunny and Metacham are the 2 most appealing options. Those are what are jumping out to me most. So let's... God, it's so, like, jumpy. I hate this new scrolling. I'm going to figure out this. If anyone knows why every time I, like, scroll on my pad, it just, like, jumps down so much, please tell me, because it's grinding my gears. Sharpness Mega Gallade loves to heal. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Sharpness Mega Gallade would be like an incredible Pokemon, but it does not get Sharpness in this format. It gets like Inner Focus or something horrible and useless. Gallade, what is, yeah, it's so bad, dude. Like, if this thing got Sharpness, this would be like an immediate top level Mega Evolution. So yeah, I'm inclined to go Metacham. Let's do it. We don't need to play around. Mega Metacham. Excellent. There we go. Pure power. Heck yeah. Yeah. I like double prio always. You guys know how I am with that. And probably, do we want to go Zen Headbutt or Psycho Cut? I hate missing. But at the same time, we've got something to help us with the contact abilities that are rough. So it's like, I feel more okay with running a contact move in that case. Probably we can go with Psycho Cut and we'll see how we feel. Well, we definitely run CC. Maybe we don't have to run a Psychic Stab. I mean, let's check what Metacham's packing. I think I know all of its like relevant coverage moves, but let's see. Maybe there's something I'm forgetting. They run Ice Punch a lot. I don't think you need Ice Punch. Like, it's nice, but probably Psycho Cut is just the move to hit the birds and such. Yeah, we'll just go with that. And man, I don't... Can we run... That's such a bad speed tier, though. How many of these guys run Adamant? Let me see if I can justify my greed. Not that many run Adamant. If we go 0+, I bet a lot more run Adamant. No, people are not running Adamant much at any level of ladder. I really want to run Adamant, but we'll see. We'll see how we feel. We'll keep log. Log for Ada versus Jolly Medi. But yeah, Metacham hates getting statused, so this will be really nice. This will be really nice. Someone says thoughts on Trailblaze on Metacham. Not that good. I mean, like, if you want to use Metacham as a sweeper, you can. I just don't think that's really the best way to use it. It's just such a good Pokemon. No, Mecha Glade is pretty trash. Like, it's not horrible, but it's not good. And there's a reason, like, nobody's using this Pokemon. Like, look, this thing's, yeah, it's in, like, I mean, I guess it got banned from UU, which is good. But no, Mega Gallade is not great. Wouldn't say it's outclassed, though. It does have some things over Mega Medi. Like, I still want to build Mega Gallade at some point, but I don't think it's amazing. I'll probably run, like, I think it's going to be kind of like a bulky set, like SD, Sneak, Drain, Shadow. Yeah, SD, Shadow, Sneak, Psycho Cut, Drain Punch is a really cool set on it because of its bad HP. It's, like, really good at using Drain Punch. So, you know, it's got some sauce. Like, I'll still use Mega Gallade, don't get me wrong. We'll do a stream with it. But no, it's not amazing. Yeah. So, okay, this is kind of our initial core. And these Pokemon both hate Goldengo. Both hate Gold. So we need Pursuit. That's pretty much what I'm getting from this. Probably going to be a Kingambit. It's got to be a Pursuit Trapper that can smoke Goldengo. So that's basically can Gambit, right? I mean, I know they run Focus Blast sometimes, but like, you know, hazards of the game. You gotta take risks. We can sucker, excuse me, we can sucker punch the first time in Scout and such. Yeah. Yeah, and the para, the para is also nice. Metacham does very much enjoy that. Website is Munch Stats that I use. I think we need a Kingambit. I think this is our initial core. I think this is a good initial core. I think we kind of lock that down as good synergy. Also, Kingambit obviously appreciates Heal Bell as well. Both of these guys making a lot of contact, so we got some good synergy there. And Kingambit really likes that Togekiss can deal with all the annoying fighting types. So I think we've got a good core here. We've got to be smart with how we proceed. So we need speed, solid removal, elect immunity, fire resist, right? Water resist. We have a ground immunity. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I made a video advocating for the Terapagos. Like, I mean, I don't even really consider it a complex ban because it's like generally when there's an optional form, you just ban the optional form. That's kind of been the typical way to go about it. D-Gen Toge set, holy. Appreciate it. I'll put the Togekiss front and center so everyone can see it as we look for our next team member. One struggle we do have is probably still Sableye, right? Like, I don't think we have really a great way of dealing with that thing. Yeah. Stall Breaker. Yeah, because right now, Sableye just smokes our team, basically. Yeah, Metacham, like, at Sableye is Metacham's absolute #1 nightmare. Cannot touch it. And Pursuit is a really good tool for that, but we probably need a decently strong special attacker plus Pursuit to kind of threaten stall teams in the way we want. Could be like a Kyurem could do that well, but I'm not sure we can fit that. We kind of already are a little... You know, when you run a Metacham, you start with sort of a problem on the defensive side. Yeah, Alolan Marowak as a defensive Pokemon is really cool. Yeah, it does. And oh, we also need a Stealth Rocker. Which probably that'll be the electric immunity. We'll probably have a ground type. I could see potentially a Ting-Lu being a good move here. Yeah, no, I don't think our defensive Togekiss is going to destroy Stall. I don't see that as happening ever. I think it'll just get super hard-walled by Gliscor. Like, we have 24 PP on Air Slash, which is good, but not enough to get past a Spadef Gliscor. So, no. Togekiss is not sweeping. That Toad should 6-0 Stall on its own. Bro, what are you on? Like, no. There's no way this Togekiss ever gets past a Stall team. They can just switch between regen Pokemon, too. Like, what the... Okay, no. Guy with a bunch of letters in the name, you're tripping, I'm afraid. I wish it soloed Stall. That'd be super cool, but it just totally does not. Yeah, so for the people wanting Paraspam's not really a real archetype. Like, it's kind of a joke. Like, having a lot of Thunderwave Pokemon team, like, I get you can call that Paraspam, it sometimes works, but, like, adding a Superior here is not what we need. We need it's not fulfilling anything we need other than being a water resist, and it's like a super fake water resist, because no, like, we can't afford to put on a Serp here. I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think we can. Oh, we need a Fairy resist as well. Can't believe I missed that one. Hmm. No, Gliscor outspeeds this Togekiss set, so not even flinching every turn will save us. It'll have to be like an only having a Gliscor with only Toxic that misses every single Toxic it uses. Yeah, some people recommending like Future Sight. We can't like just add a whole nother Breaking Core here. We need defensive Pokemon. I could see maybe like a Raging Bolt, maybe like an AV Bolt, maybe. But then I don't know what we'd use for the last two. That gives us, let's say we put on a Raging Bolt, like an AV Bolt. That can help us break Stall because we got a strong Pursuit Trapper, and that gives us kind of a special wall and another pivot to help, well, a pivot to help bring in Metacham, which I like. Then we'd need, oh boy, makes our Fairy situation pretty scary. We might need like a Treads. I don't love running Treads, but we might need that. Gliscor doesn't run Roost. Are you stupid? All right, let me pull up a calc for you. Guy with an F in his name and then a bunch of letters. Check this out. Watch this. Gliscor. Let's check a special Gliscor, huh? Oh, look at that. Air Slash is doing 0. In fact, this thing can protect and get all of its health back. Looks like maybe it didn't need Roost. Huh. Look at that. That is not stall-breaking damage, my friend. Also, as I said, Gliscor outspeeds us and can click Toxic. Okay. Back to the building. I really don't want to use a Treads. Like, I really don't, but we might have to. We need speed. Solid removal, stealth rocker. Okay, there is one kind of idea I have, which is we could go Treads Coco. That could be kind of fun. Also gives us the option of Thunder Punch on Medi. AV Mola plus Bolt is a recommendation that was made. That's another kind of route we can explore. Jeez. Dragonium Z, and then, like, yeah, Alomomola with AV. Last would have to probably be, like... We don't know. There's no last that works here, because we need a rocker, removal, and speed, and there's nothing that can do that in the last slot. Skyjet saying running pursuit for my shed team. It's any shed team, dude. Honestly, let's do it. Let's try the Thunder Punch, and we can even go Rising Voltage on this guy. Volt Switch, Draco, Thunderclap seems cool. We'll go for the. Do we want to go? We'll go for Outspeeding Gambit, like some Gambit. On this guy, we'll go Electrium on Coco. It's generally pretty good. U-turn, Hidden Power Ice. I don't think we need to go. We can go Decleam on this. Oh, I do like Taunt a lot of the time though, but we'll see. And then Rapid Spin, SR, EQ, Ice Spinner. Seems fine. And we can just go Attack Investor for now. We can adjust it if we want later. Yeah. No, so there's a discussion in chat going on about Nasty Plot. Nasty Plot over T-Wave isn't a horrible idea here. I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think I don't think as a sweeper, I think we'd get more out of Thunder Wave than we would out of Nasty Plot, but we can see how we feel about it. On this guy, we'll go Glasses. SD, Knock, Sucker, Punch. Did I like forget anything on this list? Did I totally abandon anything? I don't think so. Yeah, I think we've got everything we had. I might have messed up the list to begin with, but we'll see. Oh wait, no, what am I doing? Do we want to go SD or do we want to run like the Triple Dark? I think we're weak enough against Gambit that we can go Low Kick and go 4 attacks Jolly. So we can have an answer for other King Gambit, because that's pretty scary for us, if we're being honest. Pure Power, yeah, there's our Gambit. We got the Rising Voltage, we like to see that. We got the Z Coco. Alright, guy with the F and a bunch of letters, please stop rage baiting. There's the list again. Someone want to see it. Gambit always runs Pursuit, guys. Like, it's such a good move. It adds so much consistency to any Breaking Core. I mean, yeah, that's true. His team is super weak to ground. We'll add a note to the team. Maybe too weak to ground. Maybe not, though. Someone saying I need to remember my chat is delayed. Very true. Yeah. All right. Also, no, like that saying that's like the only Togekiss set is just wild because nobody's using Heal Bell on this thing. Like, you're talking as if this is like a standard set. It's not. Look. Nasty Plot, Sub, Trick, Roost, Deagling, Defog. Heal Bell is on 7% of these. So, like, what are you, like, you have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, let's run it. Actually, let me do one quick check to make sure I didn't screw up any abilities. Yeah, we got Serene Grace, we got Pure Power, Supreme Overlord. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Let's just run it. Let's run it and see how it goes. It's kind of like we end up, this is like an offense. That's definitely an offense team, but that's okay. Just make everything Terraflying. So this is not Dex, where we do not have that. HF. Okay. Kind of wishing I had Psycho Cut looking at that Zapdos, but we'll see how this goes. We're pretty weak to Garchomp just leading. I think I'm okay with starting with Metacham here. Sure, fine. This is not. It's probably Mecha Scizor. We could fake out immediately. I think that's not a huge mistake. I don't think you go hard Zapdos here. Are we too weak to Scizor? We might have to bump up our speed, but we'll start with just clicking fake out. We can get a read on this thing set. Let's see. So that did, how much damage did that do? We did 7%, so they are pretty darn defensive, basically, is the lesson there. They are really defensive. So, okay. That's kind of troublesome. I don't like to see that. Their U-turn, if they're not attack invested, won't kill us. So I think I'm okay to fire off a CC here and see what they do. Let's see. Okay, yeah. A lot of damage on both sides. We can go into our Togekiss here just fine. This is kind of what it's here to do. You know, we'll see value from the Rocky Helmet come out here. Nice. Okay, so I'm thinking IT Wave. They might go into Zapdos, but if they do, that gives us a really easy opportunity to switch out into other Pokemon. I'm thinking it's more likely they bring in Glowking. If they do go into Zapdos, we can just get in Bolt. Okay, we do indeed, and we miss immediately. Cool. Okay, I'll go into Treads here, expecting either the Chilly Reception or just clicking Sludge Bomb or Toxic. Treads either way here is fine. Okay, Future Sight, obviously that's not great to see. We can Rapid Spin here. I'm surprised to see them stay in. That's concerning. We might get hit with a... Okay, I was worried about an attack. They just click. They just get out. That's fine. So we could Ice Spinner here, go on the aggressive side. Obviously doesn't go so well if they turn out to be a bulky Chomp. I kind of don't think we can afford to make any other play, though. We can't really switch into Kingambit, so I will just Ice Spinner. It looks like, unfortunately, we get an absolute dead minimum roll against an offensive Chomp. Obviously, that's really bad news. We can go Coco here, though, and go for the U-turn. This puts us in a good spot because Glowking has to come in. And let's see. Yeah, this thing does die. I think I'm going to go for the knockoff. So unfortunately, they did catch us on the switch there, but we have Togekiss, which is a super solid answer. Okay, never mind. They clicked Stone Edge. They had Stone Edge, and they clicked Stone Edge, and that will 2-hit KO. So we can go Bolt here. I believe we can survive a Stone Edge into a CC pretty easily, and we can kill with a Rising Voltage afterward. Okay, great. Huge damage up on that. Thank you, Rising Voltage, for being insanely powerful. And now we can Draco and basically guaranteed get a ton of damage off on something. Okay, awesome. That's fine. I don't really foresee them. I think they must Roost here, so I think we're okay to Volt Switch out. And I think from there I can go into Coco. Okay, I'm surprised to see the Volt Switch, and unfortunately they do catch us with the aggressive Garchomp. That's really bad, and they get up the rocks, which is also really bad. I can Roost here. Yeah, losing our removal, really, really, really terrible. This thing that did not get pursued, I think I'm going to Thunder Wave it here. I don't expect they'll attack. They do attack. We do need to keep this healthy, so I'm going to Roost and hope for a Paralysis, and there we go. Now I will go into Kingambit. Hopefully we don't get called out immediately. Cool, this time I will Pursuit. Hopefully we catch them. We do catch them withdrawing, and we kill the Slowking. That's good news. That's definitely very good news. Zama enters. I think Togekiss here can survive. Can it take a CC into a Stone Edge without having boots? It's going to be coming in at like 70. Lose 10, so it'll lose 35. Be at 45. Maybe. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Okay, they do click the Stone Edge, unfortunately. I think it's the only move they have to hit us, unless they have another coverage. So I will go for the Thunder Wave here and hope they miss. They're going to go with a safe Z for the all-out pummeling. Fair enough, that's a good play. We can go into Tapu Koko here. They're not going to want to risk this Zamazenta, I don't believe. Regardless, I think we just click Dazzling Gleam and we catch the Zapdos. Good enough, works for me. Samrock comes in. This thing with its Razor Shell cannot kill us. It cannot kill us. So I'm thinking I'm okay to just click Thunderbolt. Yeah, it will. Okay, it flip turns. Interesting. I did not see that coming. We do catch the Scizor coming in, so that's good. We've got to think about what we want to sack coming up here. It's either the Kingambit or the Metacham is the tough part. I think we go Gambit. Can Gambit take to... I think Gambit is the right play here because we can follow up with a Sucker Punch. They may flip turn here. They may not. We'll see. Hopefully they don't. Okay, they Razor Shell. That is good news because we can Sucker Punch, and that'll get us a decent little bit of chip. Okay, now here is where we have to make plays. Here's where we have to make plays. I think they will switch into Garchomp, so I'm going to click Draco Meteor. If I get this wrong, we lose. We lose. Okay, it's fine. It happens. Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, we can't win there. Yeah. No, that was unfortunate. I'm trying to think what was, like, where did that go really wrong? Yeah, just the Future Sight coming off was rough. The T-Wave miss was rough. But, you know, it happens. Definitely, it just, you know, it happens. Coco gets outsped and dies. Is there any chance... Let's run some calcs. Is there any chance the Zama is not Jolly? Any chance it's Adamant? That might be one hope we have. Zamazenta to Stone Edge did 45. Yeah, that's pretty well in line with what we'd expect from a Jolly set. So I don't think this thing is. I don't think this thing's Jolly. We can bank on a Stone Edge miss. I think that's probably our best play. Coco, it does. No, it can just kill Coco with a close combat. Yeah, so maybe a critical hit here on Thunderclap is our only way out. Yeah, we're not doing enough with otherwise. Yeah, let's go for the critical hit. We do not get it. Okay, they will go for an Ice Fang and do not kill. That gives us maybe a fighting chance here. I'm going to wait here. I think they'll attack again. I don't think they'll switch into Garchomp. They might switch into Garchomp. It's kind of a read. It's a bit of a read here. If they'll swap Chomp or just stay in. I think I'll go for the Thunderclap again. Predicting them to stay in. But should they? Is there any reason not to just switch out here? Garchomp is kind of useless. Doesn't really do anything. It gives you a fake out sack, though. I think I'll Thunderclap again. Okay, they caught us. Unfortunate. It happens. Alright, let's see what we can do now. This thing's definitely the sack. It's dead. Okay, we get Scale Shotted. That's not good. We can fake out here. I think that'll put us into range where we can come in again on rocks. Any chance fake out plus bullet punch? Not really. Double critical hit could do it. So that's kind of what we're banking on at this point. We'll go for the big Z in case, yeah, they are indeed Jolly. We'll go for fake out. Yeah, it came down to the read. If we got in the second Thunderclap, we would have actually won, but it was a close game. I will also, it was a little unfortunate, you know, that we like never hit our you know, we missed the first T-Wave and they didn't miss a single Stone Edge. Was kind of rough. They clicked 3, which I think by odds you should miss 1 at that point, but you know, it wasn't like bad luck. But it was just, actually no, we also missed the positive roll on treads. That kind, actually no, this game was kind of rough. Yeah, this was 56% chance to one shot and we got the dead minimum roll. So yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Either way, good game. I'm trying to think, do we change the team off that? Or do we just keep rolling? The one problem I have is we are pretty weak to hazards and we're relying on an offensive treads as our only removal. I really don't love that. But I think we'll give the team another go because it didn't seem bad. But I feel like maybe this Metacham Togekiss core to really work well needs to be on kind of a slower paced team than we're giving it right now. So I'm worried we're just too fast paced. But let's see. Let's go for another one here. Fake Out plus Thunder Punch smokes Araquanid, so this is kind of a perfect anti-Araquanid lead. Very easy Metacham start. Looking at this team, I'm not honestly super worried about anything. Biggest concern is probably the Como, but we should just be able to switch in Togekiss hard and Thunder Wave that. So we've got to preserve it and be ready for that. But they've got no electric immunity as well, which is crazy, so we can click Rising Voltage like crazy on their team. In general, this is looking like a really, really strong matchup for us. I don't anticipate having a lot of issues. We'll need to be scared if webs go up, and we'll need to remove them as soon as possible, so our Gambit can outspeed and kill their Gambit, but for the most part, it seems like we have answers for everything on their team, so we should be fine here unless we make serious misplays. How did I choke? Not getting the right prediction is not a choke. You're really close to getting muted. The guy with a bunch of Fs. What the, well, yeah. Just like stop being toxic. Okay. Yeah, we'll do the thing. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Comes off. And now we just click Thunder Punch. Based on the fake out damage, this should kill. Actually, no, that was sort of a bulkier Arachnid. Might have a little more defense. We'll see. If that was like a max roll on a crazy bulky Arachnid, this might not kill. Okay, that was, yeah, this is a crazy bulky Arachnid. Okay, that's not good. Let's bullet punch this thing, because it might have a Custap Berry. And as long as we remove as soon as possible, we still should be fine. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to mute you. Let's see. User and ooh, timeout, cool. Do that. I'll do 24 hours. I don't really want to deal with you for the rest of the stream. Okay. Yeah, but I don't want, like, rage bait clouding up chat. It's not that. It's not funny. Okay, yeah, this I just click close combat on. Like, I outspeed you, I'm pretty sure you die, so... Okay, like, sure, switch into Xurkitree. Like, oh, like, all right. I don't know what that did for you, but okay. Sure. Togekiss probably can't take this, can you? Oh, kind of takes it better than like, no, it can't, but better than I thought it would. Yeah. We go... I honestly think we just sack Medi here. But the fake out bullet punch could be good for Como. We'll go Togekiss and see if we can live. Okay, immediately get critical hit. Cool. We can go Coco then sack Toge though. So there's that. And then the good news is because after webs, this gives us a defense boost on our treads. Never mind. That's not good at all. That's not good. I think we still live, though. Yeah, we still live a CC, so we still click Rapid Spin here, unless they're adamant and get a really good roll. Hopefully not. But yeah, we really need this spin so we don't get smoked by their Kingambit. But yeah, not a great performance from Togekiss thus far. Okay, there is the CC coming out, but we're fine. We're living it. We just let the treads go, don't we? I mean, it's it's the least valuable Pokemon on the team. We can throw up rocks in case they switch for some reason. Actually, no, what am I talking about? We outspeed treads. Okay. Okay, is it better to get up rocks here? Or, yeah, I think the fact that we can just eliminate this Pinsir forever is pretty awesome. So let's do that. And then Metacham should just be able to come in here and fake out. Yeah, that's guaranteed kill. So let's just do that. Nice little fake out. Beautiful, down you go. If Corviknight comes in, I'm going hard Coco, and we're going to Electrium this thing. I don't want a Thunder Punch, and then it survive and activate a weakness policy and agility and start doing all these shenanigans with Power Trip. Como comes in. I can kill this. What are you doing? I mean, maybe they're bulky. It's possible. Yeah, no, not bulky. Down you go. Okay, we're sticking with the plan. This should kill you. Yeah, nice. Okay. Click Thunderbolt. Oh, it clicked Agility. I was so confused when I saw it outspeed. I'm like, what happened there? All right, Metacham, how much are we doing with Fake Out? Okay, we're doing enough with Fake Out that's the play. Unless this thing pulls out the Pursuit. That'd be pretty sad. But yeah, okay, we're doing enough with Fake Out. So then we go Gambit here. We can Sucker Punch with this. Actually, no, this is... You're Double Dance. You're double... I know you're Double Dance. You're not Rock. You're not... And if you are Low Kick last, I can destroy you with Bolt. We don't want to reveal Low Kick in case we see this person again, so I'll click Knockoff here. But yeah, you can't. You don't have Low Kick. You're Double Dance for sure. Okay, yeah, that was a pretty good matchup. Pretty quick shutdown. Togekiss did absolutely zero, though. So, not so awesome there. HF. Okay, facing what looks like an electric terrain hyper offense. Togekiss should be solid here. I think Air Slash plus Helmet will take out a Hawlucha. Yeah, so that looks, well, that's like not much HP. A lot of these guys run way more, but we should at least be able to 1v1 that, so that's not bad. Could lead with Togekiss against the likely Landorus. I really like the look of Metacham here, especially with the double priority. I'm loving the Bullet Punch for that Ival. We want to be covering... The Iron Moth... Actually, that's not that big of a threat. We have Raging Bolt. What's like the biggest threat here? Probably the Ival, honestly. Our team is pretty weak to Ival. We are weak to Ival hazards, really. Mega Scizor as well. Let's lead. I think leading with Togekiss is fine. That covers a lot. We can just Air Slash on this. Most Landorus can't do a whole lot to Togekiss. If this one can, oh well. What are we going to do about it? Okay, a little bit of helmet damage. Let's see how much that U-turn did. That did what would indicate as a not defensive Landorus. Okay, cool. Very easy treads here. Okay, that's totally fine. So Ice Spinner should be able to kill most Landorus here. The U-turn did indicate defensive, which worries me a bit, but if we do a ton of damage, we should be able to deny this thing from ever actually... Okay, so it's full bulk, unfortunately. Hopefully we don't get it with an EQ and die here. Okay, that is precisely what happened. Is what it is. Obviously not ideal, but I don't think we're in a bad spot. As long as we can keep the pressure up on this Landorus. So I'll go for a D-Gleam here. They do give us the Lando, which is good, because they actually quite feasibly could have gotten up rocks on one of our slower Pokemon. So I'm really glad they gave it to us. Iron Moth comes in, and it's time for Bolt to come in and do what it does. Yeah, and we absolutely just click Rising Voltage here. The D-Gleam, obviously it hurts a little bit that they got the Fiery Dance boost, but that's 50%. Can't complain too much about that. And Raging Bolt is looking amazing. Looking poised to absolutely claim some souls. I'm thinking now that they've let the Landorus go and we've taken care of the Iron Moth, I'm feeling really confident about this endgame. The main way this goes downhill involves this Scizor. Okay, so in comes their Tapu Koko. This has to be Specs to kill us here. I just don't believe you are. I don't believe you are Specs. You are not Specs, and this Rising Voltage will take you out. Raging Bolt, you beautiful soul. Yeah, this is looking good. Scizor comes in. Okay, this is where things get scary. Maybe go hard Togekiss here. Could we try that? Like T-Wave it? Choice Band Mega Scizor. Yeah, that's what this is. Let's go hard Toge here. Okay, that's fine. Togekiss is the absolute master of getting critical hits, so shout out to it for doing that. But let's T-Wave here. And if they just want to attack us again, that's fine, because we deny setup. That's the biggest thing, is denying setup. We can also calc the damage on that. Critical hit did 70, how much did that do? 77. So this is a max attack Adamant Scizor we're dealing with. Good to know for the sake of calcs. Could be fast, so realistically could outspeed our Raging Bolt. So we've got to be very careful about this. Thunder Wave, please hit. Awesome. Now we are not getting outsped. Our Raging Bolt is not getting outsped. Great news. Getting paralyzed. Beautiful. Good work, Togekiss. You've made me proud today. Okay, there it goes. But obviously Scizor's taken a really big chunk. And it looks like... I'm not trusting this calc one bit. This seems super suspicious. I'm going to see if I put in, like, none. Yeah, if I put in none, knockoff damage goes down. So calc was straight up lying to me there about how much this is doing to a Scizor, which is frustrating. They very feasibly might have Roost as well, so that's the struggle. Let's go Gambit and knock off, and we can Pursuit Fish a little bit too. We do have to be careful about that Hawlucha. I think we can play in such a way that we're fine here. So let's think about this. Let's think about the sequencing of how this goes. What comes in after this? How much can our Metacham do to Ival and Lucha? So much we're doing to Lucha. How much are we doing to Ival? Okay. Sucker Punch. We start by clicking Pursuit always. Okay, they didn't even try to switch. Maybe they tried to Roost. Either way, works out fine. Ival comes in. I think we Sucker Punch. Then we go Mega Medi, Fake Out into Bullet Punch. I believe that will kill. So it'll be like, yeah, 27. Plus King Gambit, Sucker Punch, doing 50. Yeah, that should. Unless we get terrible rolls, that should do it. Oh, Life Orb? Yeah, no. We're super fine then. And no Hawlucha is so fast that it's outspeeding Metacham. And I think without its Acrobatics boost, I don't think it can actually kill us. Yeah, it can't kill us. So we just Mega Evolve Fake Out here. Then we Bullet Punch. Then we just Thunder Punch the Lucha, and we should be fine for the nice clean win. Okay, very nice. Like, okay, it was super fast for no reason. I don't know why you're running a Hawlucha that fast, but cool. We got a win there. Like the stream for that. Togekiss is kind of doing sort of nothing. I feel like we could have had like a Moltres here, maybe, or well, probably not Molt. Probably we could have had like a Zapdos here, and we would have been doing better, honestly. So, not super impressed thus far. I mean, you could say maybe it needs to be on a slower team, or maybe we just haven't been getting the right matchups. We're only 3 games in, so let's not be too hard on Hawlucha, you know, yet. 3 priority users. Is this a priority spam? No, not intentionally, but I do like all the priority. It's been great. Okay, so I like that their only ground type here is an Ursaluna, which is kind of known for dying. I honestly really want to lead with Togekiss here. I think it looks pretty solid. I'd be super happy to Thunder Wave this. Awesome. And if they poison us, we can just Heal Bell it. So we're going to start clicking Air Slash. This is the vision. This is a team with no flying resist. This is where I see Togekiss putting in the work. Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. Double para. Let's get the timer going. Keep the pressure on. Okay, interesting. Maybe AV? Yeah, AV. I'm going to click Air Slash. I'm super down to roll with this. let's roost. If this thing gets chipped, we just win. Like, we win the game with our electric type. So I'm so happy to wear down this Ursaluna. You like clever EQ, but I can just click roost again. I'm not really Supercell slant. Yeah, there we go. And we just get the forfeit. Togekiss made them rage quit. GG. Okay, awesome win for the Togekiss there. Beautiful. Like the stream for that. Togekiss' first game doing something. Beautiful. Yeah, okay, and that's why we run Helmet, guys. That's why we run Helmet, so Togekiss can actually do something against physical attackers and just, instead of only having to deal damage with Air Slash. Okay, HF. We got another Webs team on our hands. I once again just feel inclined to lead with Metagame, but let's kind of look at the threats here. They do have a spin blocker this time, so if Webs go up, that'll be a little more of a problem. They still don't have an electric immunity. I'm absolutely loving the look of Bolt. Kingambit looks amazing here. It can theoretically stop the Latios, the Goldengo, and their Kingambit, but we've got to be careful with it. And Togekiss, we've got to keep that healthy for the Zamazenta. But as far as leads go, there are a few tempting options. I'm partly tempted to just lead Coco and let a Z-move rip to potentially destroy the Araquanid before it can set up webs, but it might be Sash. So I'm thinking we do start with Metagame. Omega Evolve here and Fake Out. They do stay in. That's good to see. We do 20. So this is the fattest Araquanid like on the block. This guy is like absolute bold max, I think, to be taking that little from a Fake Out. Okay, not quite, but this thing's really fat. This thing's probably like, what, like 40? Like, I don't know what. Fake Out? Yeah, you've got to be at like, at least, you've got to be pretty fat. So Thunder Punch has a chance to kill here, but not a good one. I think we have to go for it anyway. It's our best play. Okay, unfortunately not getting it there. Thunder Punch did 70. They might be able, they might have Cussed Up. They probably don't have Sash with how bulky they are, is the thing. We are probably going to have to play with Webs Up, which sucks, but I don't think there's a way around that. We can try to paralyze the Kingambit maybe with Toge. That could be an answer. Fake Out did 20, Thunder Punch did 70. Based on that calc, our Bullet Punch. Ooh. Probably not going to kill. I think we go for it either way. It is Cussed Up, so we made the right play by going for Bullet Punch. And we do get the kill. Probably a better roll on there than we got in the previous turn, so that's good. This is turning into a Metagame stream. I'm absolutely loving this Mega Metagame, by the way, guys. This is like, I'm having a great time with this thing. Okay, I think this is a... I'm kind of tempted to just throw off a Thunder Punch immediately so we can get rid of this balloon to help... but no, we're not going to remove. We're not going to remove. It's a dream. It's a dream that'll never come true. Let's go Gambit here. We immediately get Focus Blasted. I guess I should have done it. Did not see that one coming, obviously. It is what it is. Coco, can you live and make it rain? Most of the time you can. Most of the time you can. So I think we go Coco here and throw off a big Gigavolt Havoc. If we kill this thing, that would be huge for this game. We've got to be really worried about Kingambit now. Kingambit just became a huge issue with us losing our Gambit. Okay, never mind. I think it's about to die here. This is probably the end for their Kingambit. Never mind. Holy. Well, actually, no. Am I going crazy, or is that a really fat Gambit? That's not that fat. That's just HP invested, which is unusual on Webs. That is unusual, but not unheard of. No reason to not just throw off a quick Thunderbolt here. Latios comes in. Okay. Okay, that's a struggle. I think we U-turn. I think we just have to eat a Luster Purge. It's probably modest, so it'll have a chance to kill us, but not a great one. And I guess we can go Metagame from there. Yeah, there's the Luster Purge. We do not die. That's always good. We could also go Treads here. Could even go for Rocks, potentially. Could Metagame come in here and click, like, Thunder Punch? Would that be maybe a good play? No, so we have a chance to die to Luster Purge. I think I like Metacham Thunder Punch here. It's aggressive, but I think we need to get aggressive, and I don't see why you wouldn't go into Goldengo. Okay, they switch into Ogerpon Wellspring, which I didn't really see coming, but that's okay. Power Whip, they've got to be adamant on a team like this. They've got to be adamant. Let's see how much that Thunder Punch should have done. That calc is about in line with what we'd expect. So, okay. We honestly could go Toge. Obviously it's not great to kind of burn it on this, but okay, it ended up using Play Rough, so that turned out well for us. And they've got to click Ivy Cudgel here. I think we can paralyze this thing. Hope we don't get critical hit, and then we can click Roost a couple times and stay healthy. Okay, beautiful. We just Roost again. They definitely go into gold here, is the thing. I'm thinking we switch into Bolt on this turn to cover the gold, and hopefully Togekiss at this health is still good enough against Zama. Because there's no reason to stay in here and just let me Roost up. I think okay, no, yeah, there we go. Okay, good. I knew there was no reason to stay in there. And then we can go for a nice Volt Switch. Okay, beautiful. They just go for the Shadow Ball, which is going to do very little to us. So I'm going to go into Treads here to bait out the Focus Blast, and then we go back into Raging Bolt. Hopefully they miss. They do. Awesome. That's always good. And we can Volt Switch again. They're going to sack Wellspring, a very sensible sack. Let's think about what we want to put in here to go put pressure on our opponents. No, I don't think the opponent's stream sniping. I like clicking Focus Blast when you think a Gambit will come in on your gold is not that crazy to play. It happens out all the time. Let's see. I think we go Treads here, because what I want to bring out is the Zama, or... Okay, they do just go Zama. Does a Body Press kill us here? I could potentially, it is possible... I'm going to hope this is an ID press set. How much is Toge taking from like ID if this thing starts boosting up and has defense investment? Okay, we're totally fine. I think I have to hope this is an ID press set and we Rapid Spin here. Okay, Substitute, that's awesome news. That is awesome news. Because even if you're a literal max, I think Togekiss is always fine. Yeah, so we just go into Toge here. If they're Iron Defense, no, they're not, they're not going to be. There's no way you're Heavy Slam. Like, there's no way you're a set that can't touch Goldengo. Yeah, absolutely zero. Togekiss, you are doing exactly what you need to be doing, buddy. This is great to see. I'll throw off an Air Slash here. I think our opponent, probably with that hit of Body Press, realized there was no cheese down this tunnel. So, awesome. Webs are gone. Our Metacham now outspeeds this. Everything now outspeeds this. We can go into a very easy Raging Bolt here and just Volt Switch out of this situation. Beautiful. And now we look incredible with Metacham here. Everything is threatened by Metacham. Zamazenta will take our free damage with Fake Out. Thank you very much. And then we'll go right into our Togekiss. Okay, totally fine. This thing's Luster Purge does not really threaten us much at all. So I'm down to click Thunder Wave, and we can now fish for some Air Slash stuff. Cool. Do we get another one? We don't. Oh, but they click Recover. We can keep fishing. They forfeit. Beautiful. Beautiful comeback there. It was looking rough. Our Kingambit ate a Focus Blast, and that wasn't good, but I think that was a really cleanly played game for the rest of that. Yeah, if there's a non-Stone Edge Zamazenta, Togekiss is absolutely shutting it down. Let's give a shout out to Togekiss for that game, okay? Stopped the Zama, stopped the Wellspring, killed the Latios. That was a good performance. That was a very good performance. That was a great... And also, if our opponent did just click Body Press on our Treads, we survived. I did think about that when I made that play. Yeah, we're now 4-1. I think we lost game one, but we've won every other one. Does Zama not just win right here? I see someone say in chat, no, because Togekiss can shut down like ID Zama like nobody's business. That's for sure. Okay, this Metacham cannot touch Gliscor. We probably want to switch and go Psycho Cut, if we're being honest here. I still want to lead Metagame because I think there's a chance we can maybe take out the Diancie, which would be awesome. But we'll see what happens. What else here? Actually, Coco looks like not a bad lead at all either. Togekiss main perk seems to be how demoralizing it is. Facts, yeah. Also, we're doing insane on viewership. You guys are enjoying. Like the stream. Let's see it. Like I don't think Natdex has ever broken 300, maybe once. So we're pretty close to a record for a Natdex stream. Yeah, I guess people like Togekiss. Or maybe everyone's like with just like school starting up again. Everyone's just like, I want to watch Pokemon. School's horrible. Take me back to the good old days. Anyway, though, whatever the reason is, let's lock in on this game here. Our opponent hasn't turned on the timer, so I'll take the extra time to think. Yeah, what are the big threats? Goldengo, obviously with Focus Blast, is a bit scary. Hazards are going to be, I think, the main obstacle this game. We've got to play really carefully with those. Lele is a bit of a threat as well, especially if that Lele has Focus Blast. Togekiss is looking pretty terrible here. There are like 3 hard counters. Gliscor, Gold. So if we need to like throw away Togekiss to a Tapu Lele, it's not the end of the world. And as far as leads go, Metacham matches up well into some of the team and really not well into others. At the same time, there's a good shot it could just take out a Diancie, which is super nice. Yeah, because Mega Diancie, well, there's a bulky Diancie. Bulky's Diancie's not even dying to that, so never mind, really. With that in mind, I think we lead with Coco. I think is the better call here. Maybe if we lead Coco on the Diancie, we probably throw off an Electrium turn 1, honestly. Good chance to kill even max HP ones that have no Spadaf. Covers the H-Rot pretty well. Yeah, I think that's the move. Okay, they just lead Gliscor. They might throw off an EQ immediately. I think I'm okay to go Toge to start because I'm thinking they'll either EQ or protect here, and then we can double into Treads. That's going to work well because if they choose to Toxic, cool, you Toxic on a Treads. And if they choose to switch into Goldengo or Diancie, Treads will match up well into those. So I think this sets us up in a good spot. Someone's got 2 essays due in 4 hours. That's rough. Okay, immediate Toxic, fine. Honestly, not the end of the world. We've got Heal Bell. We can deal with that later if we want. Probably we won't deal with it later because Togekiss looks garbage here. We can go into Treads this turn. Yeah, this team does look weak to Gliscor. We definitely, I think Psycho Cut, and we might switch to Ice Punch later. But we'll start with Psycho Cut here. Okay, cool, cool. I want to throw off an EQ immediately. Okay, good. Glad I did that. There's a chance they just like Mega Evolve, which is why I didn't want to stay in. Or excuse me, which is why I didn't want to rock. I'll EQ again. Actually, we can wait here for a minute, make our opponent think we're like about to make a big play and go for Stealth Rock, and then we'll just click the obvious Earthquake. There's a solid chance it's Balloon Goldengo here with how weak their team is to ground. I don't think we really want to be playing around that possibility, though. I don't think we do. Actually, with how weak we are to Gliscor, though, I will go Ice Punch on this. I think it's probably the smarter call. Yep, we'll go with the EQ. Okay, they just Sucker Punch. That's totally good with me. That's totally fine. I don't mind. Yeah, not much damage. We can check like the calc on that Sucker Punch, maybe give us some damage. So not attack invested, which is weird because that took a lot from an Earthquake. So you weren't HP invested and you weren't attack invested? Oh no, that's glasses it's giving us. Okay. We could eliminate this Goldengo here, which could be really nice. But Metacham can't touch Gliscor, so it's less nice in this matchup. They wouldn't go gold if it died here. And the calc is telling me this is Air Balloon. Okay, so, yeah, a Goldengo with no bulk dies here. This obviously doesn't have no bulk. It's got some bulk. I think Treads looks really good. I don't think we want to let it go down like this. It could be Fight. It could be Ghost. Probably the best middle ground here is going into Raging Bolt. They go hard Gliscor. Interesting. Okay. I'm okay to go into Togekiss here. Okay, I see. I think I actually want to... Okay, they're just going to protect. It's got to be EQ last, which is kind of rough. I'll Heal Bell, and then I'll go hard Treads. Hopefully they don't catch it. They don't catch it. Beautiful. Yeah, so with how weak I am to Gliscor, I do have to go for the aggressive Ice Spinner here. Unfortunately, we do have to make that play. I'll go for Rocks here. I don't think they stay in. I think they either switch out or protect here. So I think I should be okay to get up Rocks. If we get called out, we get called out, but I do think we need to be aggressive here. I've learned my lesson about Gliscor, and we've got Ice Punch for next time, but this game, we have to play games. Okay, awesome. And we'll go for the Ice Spinner here. Very likely they don't stay in, but I think this is still the play. Okay, gold comes in. We get to see the calc on that. So that Ice Spinner did 14, which indicates a no bulk gold. So now I'm suspecting it's Choice Scarf. So my play is still Bolt. Never ending. Okay, it was Ghost DMZ. We could have just stayed in and killed it there. So I don't really know what that was all about. I do think I'll Volt Switch. I don't expect Gliscor to come in here. We could Draco. We definitely could Draco here. It's a tough call. Let's Draco. Gliscor is amazing against us. Okay, they didn't go for it. I would like to go into Gambit here. Okay. And I think I will Sucker Punch in case of the... Okay, I'm glad I clicked that. Sucker Punch there was going to kill them regardless of the critical hit. That critical hit did not matter. Yeah. I figured there's a good chance of Focus Blast, and if they switched out, it's not the end of the world. Okay, in comes Diancie. This is where things get a little bit awkward. We could just sack Bolt. We could sack Toge. There's a chance Bolt is helpful in the end game. I think as long as we're smart with our Jolly low kick King Gambit, we shouldn't end up in a scary spot against theirs. So probably the sack is... Probably the sack is Bolt. And then I believe we go into Coco. So we can go into Coco here. And I do plan to click Gigavolt Havoc. If they go Gliscor, we click HP Ice. Okay, they didn't go Gliscor. Awesome. This should be a kill unless they were a super bulky Diancie. Okay, Lele comes in. So if this is Scarf here, it cannot kill us with anything. If it's Scarf, we could go Treads afterward and Rapid Spin, which is the bigger deal. Unless it clicks Psych. But if it clicks a Psychic move, we can pursue Trap It with Gambit. So the correct play here is to U-turn. Reason being, if they Moonblast, like they just did, we are guaranteed to survive with our Iron Treads. So this puts us in an incredible spot to Rapid Spin. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And here, I believe the correct option is to Earthquake. I don't want an Ice Spinner. Okay, they went into Gliscor. Now we Ice Spinner. If they go into King Gambit here, smart play by them. Well played by them. Gotta respect it. But I think we're still fine. They had Pursuit. Okay, that is kind of worst case scenario. I was worried about that, but well played on their part. It is what it is. We do not die to a Sucker Punch. Actually, Glasses. We have a chance to die to a Sucker Punch. Not likely, though. Their Gliscor is... We've damaged it with a few attacks. Let's check the... Let's check the Treads Ice Spinner. We did 78. So Treads did 78 with an Ice Spinner, which indicates especially defensive. So it's not going to take a CC very well at all. So that's good news. I think going our own King Gambit and clicking low kick first may be the better play. No, we'll go this first. We'll go Metagame first. And I think we just CC. Because this Metagame is not super helpful if we don't use it now. This is kind of the time when it would be helpful. And if it does die to a Sucker Punch here, that's unfortunate, but I think we're still fine if we go into our own King Gambit and go for the low kick. Let's see. Sucker Punch comes out, not even close to killing. Weird Gambit set. Not really sure what this thing's packing. Yeah, that's strange. Okay, so... This thing's Scarf, so it can't kill our King Gambit with any hit. So I believe our correct play is just to sack our Togekiss here, then go King Gambit. Seems rational to me. Okay, they switch. Fine. I think we just spam Air Slash on this is our best way to not give this thing any ground. Not let this thing heal up too much. Setting Stealth Rock. That is a fair play. That is a fair play. That is actually, that's a good play. We keep clicking Air Slash. I think I've lost. I think I got gamed on a little bit there. I'm trying to think if there's any way. I totally forgot about the Stealth Rock play. I was really smart by my opponent. I think we've got to get Togekiss healthy enough to live a Lele hit. Is our only way. So we've got to pressure this Gambit then. I think there's still a way to win this, but it's not going to be easy. Yeah. Okay, so now I believe we're guaranteed to live a Lele hit. 53. Gliscor is going to heal up anyway, so we'll Roost again and then heal Bell. Yeah, Gliscor is really bad. There's a reason we're putting Ice Punch on Metacham after this game. Gliscor is not fun. So here's what we do next. We sack Coco. We go Metacham. Faking out is a waste of time. Completely. So we'll just do this. Then we go King Gambit here. And then we have to get some reads right, basically. Unless there are... No 0-speed Gliscor still outspeeds us. So we have to get some reads right here. Yep, there's the EQ. And now it's a 50. It's actually kind of in their favor. Sucker here, and then I'll knock here. But it's a 50-50 this turn, I believe. Okay, they made a very weird play. Didn't really get them anything. I think I knock off here aggressively. Okay. I think I knock off again. Okay, beautiful. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Whew. Okay, cool. Ooh, gotta say GG. Yeah, we got him. I think... Jeez, I guess I should have been anticipating the Stealth Rock play and gone hard Tapu Koko there at the end. The Stealth Rock totally lost me there. But with the amount of protects Gliscor had left, there's a chance we could have won that with Togekiss even if we didn't get that play right at the end. But definitely there had to be some gaming. Because I think I put us in a bit of a bad spot. But yeah, we now have Ice Punch on our Metagame. We will not be in that situation again. Yeah, so guys, also, Sucker Punch is based on the target, right? So because Gliscor is flying, it will be getting hit by Sucker Punch in terrain. Yeah. Okay, awesome. We are now 5-1. We're cooking, we're flying. Togekiss did kind of helpful that game. But yeah, Gliscor can be hit by Sucker Punch in terrain. Yeah, we got Ice Punch now. Yeah, the Heal Bell has not been that helpful, though, honestly. In general, the Togekiss has been, kind of, mid. We'll see. It's sort of looking good here. It does not like taking double Iron Bash one bit. Hey, yes, HF. Okay, so let's look at this team. Raging Bolt looks really good. If we can ship Lando, that'd be awesome. Just clicking knockoff with Kingambit looks great. If we could knock off the Urshifu, then go into Toge on it, that'd be swell. Lando lead is weirdly awkward for us. I think we lead with Toge. Melmetal's going to be awkward. Metacham lead looks pretty solid as well. Maybe we do that. Yeah, it's hard to tell. This team's a bit tricky, but I could see this matchup going both ways. I think I know the threats. We just gotta play well. I'll start with Metacham here. Okay, I'm happy to start with damage on this if they want to give it. I'm hoping and I'm suspecting this is Scarf here. It looks like they've got breakers otherwise, so I'm hoping this is Scarf. It'd be really nice if we could get go Fake Out here and then get them to click Surging Strikes on Toge and take a ton of damage. That'd be awesome. We start off with damage. Beautiful to see. So Scar, why is it showing me Wicked Blow, dude? What is this? It's probably just going to click U-turn here. But why is this showing Surging Strikes, dude? Okay. So that won't kill our Metacham. So we could theoretically just throw off a close combat here. I'm not opposed to that, honestly. They could just U-turn and then go into Slowbro, though, which would be kind of lame. But they also could U-turn and then bring in Melm. So I think we go Toge. Okay, they go into Slowbro. I'm happy to T-Wave this. We can't really... We could go hard Koko to avoid the Melmetal coming in for free. I'm trying to think if that's a better play. Do we want to paralyze this, or do we just want to go hard Koko? Probably hard Koko is the smarter play when I give it a second think. Yeah, and they do just teleport out, so I think we probably made the right call. Obviously, if we T-Waved and got a full para, it would have been great, but we can't count on that. Melm Loki 6-0s. Not really. It's 6-0s if we can't attack it, but I do fully plan on attacking it. So, okay. This is a big threat. I think we just go for the big Z move here and die to a double Iron Bash. The Z move will do a good chunk, depending on the set. Depending on the set, it might even kill. Probably pretty unlikely, and I don't think we need Tapu Koko. Well, we kind of do. Koko looks pretty darn good. But geez, I don't know if there's another way. I think we can win this game without Koko. I think we can win this game without Coco. I don't think we can win this game if we don't pressure Melmetal. So let's do it. Much as it hurts me. Maybe they won't click double Iron Bash. They might predict and go for a superpower. They do just double Iron Bash. It is what it is. We go into King Gambit here, and this is absolutely just a knockoff moment. I think I made the right call. Tough as it was, I think I made the right call. Okay, Protect, not good to see. They probably means EQ Toxic lasts, so good. We can file that away, meaning King Gambit can switch in without fear of a superpower, so that's good. Knockoff, and it's Z. That's not good news. That is not good news. I think we can go Toge here on that, and then I don't know what Z they are is the thing. Treads, I think, is a good play here. Covers a lot. Okay. I'm expecting they protect here because I think they want to build their health back up so I can get rocks up as they protect. They might just throw off an EQ. Good on them if they do. But I think rocks up. Okay, beautiful. We got them there. And we could EQ. We could rapid spin. What do we want to do? We could also aggressively predict the Slowbro and go into King Gambit here. I really think the Slowbro is coming out. I think we have to be aggressive. I think I'm going to go Gambit. If they EQ, we're probably cooked. Heck yeah. Heck yes. Let's knock off. Beautiful. Oh, huge damage. Huge damage. Okay. Massive, massive progress there. In comes the ace. Okay. We have to bring in the bolt. That's the only answer we have to this monster. Oh, instantly getting U-turned on. Tons of damage. That's really bad. Latios comes in. This thing with a Draco Meteor will smoke us through our AV. No questions asked. I think I Draco anyway. I'm hoping they Luster Purge. Okay, they did not Luster Purge. They did not, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, they did not click Luster Purge. We could go... I think we have to remove hazards. We have to find some way to pressure that ace. But at least... Okay, that's kind of a weird play on their part. I think they're Scarf, so I'm going to go into Toge here. If we could paralyze the ace, that'd be awesome. They just U-turn out. Makes sense. We're going to absolutely T-Wave here. If they throw off a gunk shot, we will survive. We're not going to like it, but we will survive. Please hit. Togekiss, that was the #1 T-Wave. You could not... We could have air slashed that thing down. That would have been incredible. That was the worst Thunder Wave in the world to miss, dude. Oh my gosh. That Thunder Wave miss was like I think we were like winning favorite if we just did not miss that Thunder Wave. That was horrible. I can't. Okay, well, let's go into Treads here. Yeah, we kind of have to heal up now because we have no other answer to Cinderace. That was so bad. I can't like. That was so bad, dude. Like, why did you have to miss that, Togekiss? I'm thinking we might have to roost here to get this thing healthy again. I think let's go Treads. Okay, we got caught on the EQ, so that sucks too. I'll EQ here. We have to hope for like a paralysis. We got to get something going on our side after that tragedy. That was so bad, dude. Please get paralyzed. Come on. Okay, no, of course not. Cool. Why? I mean, why would you, right? Yeah. All right. What do we do here? I mean, there's a chance Togekiss could like solo their entire team. If their Lando Z is like Groundium or something, I guess. It's not looking so good, but that's pretty much where we're at. I'll click Pursuit here. We'll kill the Melmetal. There's a chance. There's a world where we make a comeback here. I don't think it's a very likely world, but there is a world. Yeah, but no, if we got that Thunder Wave, like, right, we'd be able to click Knockoff right here. It'd be absolutely game-changing. We have a 56% chance to one-hit KO. Let's go for it. Yes, sir! King Gambit, yes. King Gambit, that is exactly what I like to see. Good job, buddy. Lando comes in. I think this is the turn where we go Metagame. I'm expecting just an EQ here. We can indeed survive that. Hopefully they don't rock up. That'd be really bad. They rocked up. That's not bad. That's not good. Okay. You are not bulky at all. I'm clicking CC on you. Slow, yeah, that's exactly why we clicked CC. Can I Ice Punch and kill this? I cannot. Can I CC into Bullet Punch a Latios? I can. Awesome. You gotta have Aura Sphere. Do I go into Gambit here? I think I do. I don't think you click it here. Let's see. Mystical Fire, not good, but we survive. I'm going to Pursuit. I think you switch. I think you switch here. I do. But you've seen that I have Pursuit. I think you switch. Do you? Do you switch? Do I need to make that prediction? I honestly, how much is Medi taking from a Draco? It's too much, right? It's too much. And how much is... How much is Mystical Fire doing to King Gambit? So you are offensive. I'm going to Pursuit. Okay. We caught it on a recover. That's huge. We can now win with, I think, with Mega Medi clicking Bullet Punch. So I'm going to wait again here. Then I'm going to click... I think we guaranteed win now. I think we guaranteed win now if we just click Pursuit. I'm going to wait a little bit. I think they totally tossed with that recover. Like, you either go for the kill or you switch. I think recover there was a throw. Yeah, I think recover there was the throw, because recovered there did not cover the Pursuit play at all. I think we guaranteed win here just by clicking Pursuit, but I'm going to run down the timer a bit more to maybe trick them into playing more, into like switching or recovering again or something. Yeah, because I'm thinking if I wait, they'll think I'm going to click Sucker Punch, like I'm making some crazy play. Now we'll click Pursuit. Okay, they got us, but I think we're fine. What I'm thinking is they don't know we have Bullet Punch. Okay, they die. Togekiss is going to be our absolute saving grace here. Okay, that's a really weird play. We knocked this off, and it was Z, so we can just Ice Punch here. Yeah, down you go. Ice Punch, rip. It's pretty common. Ice Punch is pretty common. And then we can just sack Toge. And they're going to die directly to the Toge. That's wild. Surging. Look at that. Wow, that was like... They were like right at the damage to die to two of those. GG. Crazy win. Glad we brought that back. Really rough T-Wave miss. But Toge did well there. Toge did really well there. Honestly, it's turning up the heat. It's kind of starting to do well for some reason, which is I really did not think would happen. Okay, this looks kind of like a good Togekiss game. Loving Metacham. Metacham looks so good here, dude. Oh my gosh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I think we lead Metacham, Ice Punch, and then CC on the switch. Is the plan, but let's look at the rest of the team. Any threat? Ival's the big threat, so we got to be aware of that. Gliscor, YouTube, Stinking Cross. Okay, we're getting some shade thrown. That's okay. No, I know Recover was a prediction on Sucker, but if you thought Sucker was going to be what's happening, then you should have switched, not clicked Recover there. I don't think we're super worried about anything, honestly. This looks like a pretty good matchup for us. I guess Heatran is kind of a big threat, but we have AV Bolt. I think we can just play pretty aggressively here. Okay, fine. It could be like Scarf Eruption. It's such a rare set, though. I don't think you can live in fear of such things. I'm going to do it. It is okay, you know, and okay, we lost our best Pokemon and we lose now. As I said, you know, sometimes it happens. We can Draco here on the Gliscor probably coming in. What are you going to do? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it happens. It happens. Okay, we got the Draco off. I'm going to go into Treads hard. We've got to play this game extremely aggressively now. And our new win condition is Tapu Koko plus... Okay, interesting. Back into that. Let's go Bolt. Okay, good. We catch the Eruption there. And I'm going to click Draco again aggressively. And we do not get the play this time, unfortunately. They could be specs. I don't think so. I think we can just Volt Switch here. They are specs, dude. This is going so badly. Okay, we can go Treads. We can rock up. We've lost. This game is kind of over. Unless we can kill Gliscor somehow and then smoke the whole team with Togekiss. That's basically the only way out. I'm gonna Ice Spinner here, and then we can like EQ the incoming Heatran. Basically, we're getting gamed on. I'm afraid. Okay, that's huge damage. We unfortunately get high rolled on that EQ, and it dies, so that's not good. I think they'll sack Gliscor. We have to solo this team with Togekiss, is the situation in front of us. That's basically what we got to do. This whole team has to be soloed. Eruption. We can Big Electric this thing at least. Oh no, it's showing me a no special attack. We have a chance to die. We have a chance to live though. We live. That was like a min roll, so rough for our opponent there. And we do have Togekiss for this, so okay. Oh, it's Power Up Punch. That's not good news. Let's T-Wave. It's at... Dude, come on. I don't think we die, but, like, Axel is not... Actually, oh, I think we do. No? Do we? We barely... And we miss! Togekiss, great job, buddy. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. I feel like if I knew my opponent's team here and we didn't lose Metacham turn 1, this would have been an easy win. This would have been a super... If I knew the team, this would have been a super easy win. Sometimes a, like, super rare set that nobody runs just gets you, and you lose. But yeah, that was not the team's fault. I don't think that was even really my playing fault. I think we just got kind of screwed over there by a combination of not knowing the team and then missing a lot of plays. Yeah. But, like, Togekiss matchup-wise looked great. Like, as I said, I think if I face that team again 10 times in a row, I think we win that matchup, like, at least 8 of those times. It was just a combination of missed plays and, you know, lack of knowledge. It happens. Okay, let's do it again. This team looks... I mean, Guard's threatening. I really do like Toge as a lead here. I think I like T-Waving stuff. That looks really good. Metacham is going to be good for their Mega Guard. Mega Guard is a generally pretty rough for us to deal with. That's kind of a threat. Electric spam looks good here. We've got a lot of ways to win this game. I think the main thing is just going to be not letting that Scizor get out of control, but I think it is banded, so that's another thing to be aware of. Togekiss looks really solid for a lead. Nothing really wants to deal with that. I'm totally happy to just throw off a Thunder Wave here and see what they want to do. We are 6-2 currently. Not bad at all still. But yeah, had I known it was Eruption, like we'd be in a totally fine spot. I'm going to just click Air Slash. I'm pretty sure this is like a Scarf. Okay, interesting. So we see kind of a more defensive Lando. Fair enough. That's sort of unfortunate. It looks like a... Yeah, that's like a Spadef. Spadef Lefty's Lando is not what you want to see when you're using this Togekiss at all, but it is what it is. I think just with how good Electric spam looks, I'm still down to spam Air Slash, but okay, they're going to switch out. I'm honestly down to Roost here. Okay, they're going to U-turn, I guess, or what are you going to do? CC? Yeah, that'll do absolutely zero. Beautiful. I'll click Air Slash here. I think you're going to go... Okay, fair enough. We'll T-Wave... Okay, I don't really know what my opponent's doing. I'm pretty confused, but I'm going to... I guess we can just air slash here. Good chance we get a... We do not... Togekiss, you're kind of doing garbage, dude. But okay, we can air slash here. Togekiss is, despite the fact that it cannot flinch anything, it's cooking this game, I'll admit. Mola comes in. Togekiss, you're kind of destroying them, and I'm liking it. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Scizor comes in. They probably bullet punch here. I'm gonna go Gambit because Gambit's less disastrous to lose if they CC aggressively. They bullet punch. Awesome. We can pursuit and kill you here. Togekiss, you are going crazy this game, buddy. Good work. Great work. Fantastic stuff. Totally happy to knock off. Yeah, not really a problem from us. You do just bring in your Landorus here, I know, and there's unfortunately nothing I can do about that. I can knock off. Actually, I could have probably Sucker Punched there for a little more damage. But yeah, Landorus healing up was kind of an inevitable outcome there. I want to calc that Air Slash and see if I could knock off this Lando. I think that would be worthwhile. That Air Slash did. No, but like Lando with like 0 speed still is outpacing Gambit, isn't it? So yeah, I've got nothing to bold or whatever. Yeah, no, it probably outspeeds us. We can't rely on that one bit. I guess I'll go Toge here on the potential EQ. Okay, they U-turn. That's not good. Toge is not healthy. We want to get that healed up as soon as possible. Okay, and in comes the guard. Yeah, bad news. So probably Gambit sack is fine here. Coco, I think coming in here and going for Gigavolt Havoc looks good because they're expecting that we won't be able to do much damage to them, but then we can position ourselves really well for a Rapid Spin. Okay, and they go for that. Mystical Fire for some reason. Love to see that. So let's weigh our options here. We've got Metacham. Looks pretty good. Metacham Ice Punch looks really good. That basically gets us a kill, but we could also go Treads and take care of our hazard situation. Going Treads and setting up Rocks looks like a pretty dominant play here as well. Could kill Gardevoir too. I think I like Treads Rocks. I think that's the play. We can EQ here as they wish. And then I think we go Metacham as they protect. Excellent. Now here we can Fake Out. Or actually, do we kill with CC? Because if so, we probably just click that. No, we don't kill with CC. So yeah, let's Fake Out. Surprised they didn't protect there. Really not much of a reason not to protect there. But, oh, they are max defense. Okay, kind of an unfortunate flip turn, but we're okay. We're not gonna, it's not gonna be the end of our souls. Could go Raging Bolt here. I think that's the play, because I'm expecting a Flower Trick or a knockoff. Bolt can take both pretty well. If they Axle, good on them, but then we can get Treads in after. Okay, awesome. Flower Trick works for me for sure. We can just Draco here. If they go for the Axle this turn, that won't be enough to kill us. If we hit this Draco, we're in a great spot. Raging Bolt, bring it home, buddy. Good job, good job. Great, great, great job. Okay, in this, we absolutely sack Bolt. Yeah, U-turn, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. Allo comes in. I think I just go into Metacham and we click Ice, no, not Ice Punch, CC here. Seems like a pretty no drawback play. I think their Lando, it just doesn't even take 2. Okay, Guard's going to get sacked. Cool. Ditto comes in. Is it time to... Well, Togekiss kind of beats their team at this point, so I don't think we go into Toge. Probably sack Coco here, don't we? I think that's the least useful Pokemon. Yeah, I think that's the least useful Pokemon. And they CC again, which is great, because that opens us up to go into our Medi and click Fake Out. Or alternatively, we could just go Toge. Actually, I don't think Toge lives. Yeah, that'd be a tall order for Toge to live. It actually, yeah, that's going to kill. So my concern is if we go Metacham, we let their Metacham back in. Do we end up losing that? I don't think so. Go and Fake Out here. They bring in Lando. Fine. Oh, what's their Olo at? I think we still kill with Ice Punch into CC. Oh no, they're max HP. Getting gamed on a little bit here. We can CC. We have a chance to kill. We do just get the chance. Beautiful. Did I throw? We're about to lose to a Ditto clicking CC on us. I may have thrown. Actually, no. Toge, I think, can live here. Yeah, Toge lives here if they click that. So let's check our Medi. They're killing with an Ice Punch. Okay, I think I see the way. They need to attack. They need to hit CC to kill our Treads. So we can go sack Treads and then heal up Togekiss here. And then I think we're fine. Yeah. Into our Toge here and click Roost. Yeah, they thought they killed. They did not, because our Togekiss is crazy, super bulky, never to be stopped, never could be stopped. And then do we Roost again here, or do we click Air Slash? Because I don't want them to reverse sweep us with Toge either. That would also be tragic. I think we Roost again here. Okay, and now let's just Air Slash. Okay, we catch Ditto. Yeah, we're fine now. We can win with Bullet Punch and all that. We'll Air Slash here. If they flinch us down the whole way, it's fine. We actually missed our Air Slash there, so our Togekiss is continuing to be awesome. Dude, our Togekiss missed again. Our Togekiss has now missed 2 Air Slashes, a 95 accuracy move. Okay, it finally hit. There we go. And let's click Roost here. We'll get you turned on, and then we can go Metacham and kill with an Ice Punch. Okay, so Togekiss living a Metacham CC there. Almost through, but Togekiss saved me again, making us go to 7-2. Honestly, we maybe have time for another game, but I feel like that's just such a good stopping point. Togekiss saving. It kind of went crazy, didn't it? Like, we gained a good bit of elo this stream. We went 7-2. It was sort of cooking. I feel like was the heal bell really... Did we need that? Could we run, like, Defog instead? Maybe. But then that's so weak to Goldengo. Maybe, like, Flamethrower? I'm not sure if there's, like, another move that would work. No, we were in no danger of the opponent copying Togekiss because we had Bullet Punch. Pink, do you have a tip for an electric terrain core team? Yeah. Like, not in particular. Like, use a Tapu Koko. Don't use a Pincurchin, I guess. Let's do a poll here. I don't know, because like it kind of did well, but at the same time, I'm like, well, is it really worth using? Because mostly this was Metacham. Metacham is crazy. That's what we learned. That's the real lesson of today, is that Metacham is awesome, and double Prio Metacham is always the right option. Like, it was kind of good. Like, this team needed something that deals with Zama really well. Needed a flying type because it's weak to grounds. Maybe Toge is the optimal Pokemon here. Hard to say. I think we would have beaten a Stall team. We've got a Raging Bolt, Rising Voltage, we've got like Black Glasses, Pursuit Gambit, and a Metach. Like, I think we would have beaten Stall. I can't say for sure, but I think we would have. Pincurchin catching strays. Yeah, it's a Pincurchin. Like, what? It's terrible. It's obviously terrible. No one, I don't think anybody's making the argument that Pincurchin is not horrible. After, you gonna share the team? Yep, every single one of my streams, I put the team link in the description. Would Wish Tech be better on Kiss? I don't think so. Roost, it often needed to kind of get about its business fast. Captain's Mask, thank you for the $5, saying make an AG poll if viewers want to see some big scary mons. I'm hoping to do an AG stream tomorrow afternoon. So hopefully that's what we do there. No, Treads was pretty good this stream. We needed it for a lot. Like, it's not a flashy Pokemon, but its support was very valuable. Yeah, thank you for the donation. Yeah. Also, yeah, guys, anything goes. I'll give you a little preview of what I'm thinking. Well, let me get the format here. I'm thinking we're going to do Kyogre. And there will be Water Spout. And I'm thinking there'll be a Baskia Legion that'll have some last respects going on. And there may be multiple Kyogre. That's the little preview for tomorrow. I'm thinking we make use of the fact that there is no species clause. Yeah, I'm thinking it'll be exciting. No, so yeah, someone's saying though, make Toge defog and then Treads to a Claude. You cannot rely on Togekiss for removal because it is so hard shut down by Goldengo. So that is unfortunately not an option. Treads, I assure you guys, Treads was not the dead weight here. It does a ton for our team defensively. It is the Fairy Resist, the Spinner, the Rocker, and the Electric Immunity. We definitely do not want to just let Treads go on this team. But okay, and it works well with Coco, of course. It gives us some nice speed. It was really good in several games. I think you guys are hating on Treads a little too much. So we'll end the poll there. Most people want to see a Toge Part 2. I could see it happening. At the same time, I feel like we kind of maybe we did it. I feel like we kind of seen what it's all about. But yeah, we could do it again. I'm really keen on doing a Mega Metacham stream after this, though. This Pokemon's really good. Potentially with a different Heal Bell Pokemon. But I feel like just kind of an electric terrain, like offense, like this suits it very well. But yeah, no, Heal Bell is still a move with not a lot of distribution, so it could be. I feel like maybe we add Toge to our list of Pokemon we like seriously consider when building, because this thing honestly kind of went crazy. It does shut down Zama pretty well. The helmet was really good. Also, for those that were saying, why am I running helmet and not boots? You have to admit, the helmet was good. The helmet was good. All right. Thank you guys very much for attending. I had a really fun time. We went 7-2. I'll zoom in on the record here. Oh my God, chugging. Okay, it does not want to zoom in. My computer is bugging. But we went 7-2. Trust me on that. And yeah, let's end this there. Thank you guys very much. Barring any like horrific amount of unexpected schoolwork, should be an AG stream tomorrow. So If you want to see Anything Goes, make sure to tune in. I'll probably post that soon. And yeah, thanks for attending. We'll try to time this right. Let's end this in 3, 2, 1.